my way downtown. Really nice day today. Up here at the top of Manhattan. Yeah, last time I came up here, it was like the winter. I remember it was freezing, like I was slipping on ice. My goal is to get down to the Brooklyn Banks downtown. I don't know. I'm thinking now it's gonna be fun, but I think halfway. But as it says in the title of this video, it's called Sidequest. I'm gonna be popping into unexpected areas along this my path down here downtown. Last time I did something like this was in Atlanta. In my Atlanta video, I didn't know where I was. That was cool. I was like, it's getting darker. I'm in the woods, but that was a great day. That was really hot too. Like that was a hot day. That was the first time in 2025 I really had to like stop and my survival instincts, you know, kicked in because it was getting really hot. It's not too hot today. I'm trying to see if I could see any cool graffiti over here. I don't know. Let's take a look. See what's going on. Ow. Ow. Looks like so this is kind of where the side quest begins. We got these cool little hangout spots over here. Oh. Yo, they got a sunflower patch over here. Look at this. Huh. Is that corn? Yo, they're growing corn back here. They got corn and sunflowers. I didn't expect to come across like a whole garden. What else they got over here? They got a grill back here and everything. It gets kind of narrow over here. Whoa, ow. Such a great little cuddy spot right here, just to chill. You know, I haven't done this path in a while. Part of me was like, I don't want to show this path in a video because it's kind of like a good best kept secret, but at the same time, nothing really going on back here. It's like, oh man, it's just really narrow at this point. I gotta. Holy cow. I'm like really in it right now, dude. Look at this, it's hard to tell with the camera, but this is pretty low clearance here. I was just thinking to myself, hey, look at this is cool. It's an awesome hangout spot, man. You want to take the Hillside Quest and go over the George Washington Bridge? Nah, not today. I want to keep going, working my way downtown. Awesome. Hidden secret New York City right here. I mean, you know, people know about this stuff. It's not really that big of a secret. You just need to be committed enough to come down here and hang out. All right, I made it to the trail. The famous bridge right here. This old rickety wooden bridge. Look at this. But yeah, it's a fun spot to hike. So I'm about to hit the trail right here, the long trail. I don't know. I know there's a few big hills that'll just like get like. I'll be downtown in no time, but I'm gonna take some breaks in between. Go on some side quests.
this. This is your living room, right? Watch this. It is beauty below also. Okay, one has a tendency to associate darkness with danger, with despair, and it's quite the opposite. There's always light. Yeah, well, I could see as I'm walking here with you that this is very peaceful. Indeed it is. But in the back of my mind, I know that I'm getting out. But by middle-class values, you say, you know what? When you finish with a meal, you wipe the table, you clean the dishes, you clean up, and looking around here, there's a lot of rubble, a lot of dust, dirty. Not at all. And the food that you eat, where do you get that? Grocery stores. You buy it, I buy it. And you buy it because you sell cans? What do you eat in a given day? You name it. My favorite meal is, I fell in love with Hillshire beef, K-Basca sausage, home-fried potatoes, but salmon cakes. But every now and then I treat myself to a nice steak. So you have the money to go out into the stores, get the food that you want to have, and you just grill out every night. Sure, here's where we eat. This is where you eat every day. Where do you go to the bathroom? There are certain areas along in the darkness where there's lots of dirt and gravel. And that was one of the greatest problems down there, getting people to keep this area sanitary. It was just a matter of going to urinate or defecate and taking a canned gravel and cover it. And it was a battle from day one with people to see the significance of it. But we got it together. Okay, it's very hard work to exist now, and people think it's very easy, but it's very difficult. I have to go out regardless of the climatic conditions and acquire what I need, okay? But when you're done with it, you just throw it here. You don't get rid of it. Oh yeah. And people just keep bringing me more stuff down. But you would agree that a lot of this stuff is just what people call a rubble, and that's not a sign of disrespect, though it is definitely that at this present time. It is. What did it used to be? This used to be a freight line. Years ago, the freight trains would unload on the barges on the Hudson. And the crews from the freight line would stay here for the time that they were working, and they would store like tools in different houses. Now this is my present living space. I will not show you the insides of it because I respect that it is my privacy, but it's approximately 20 by 25 in area. I have carpet on my floor, I have wicker chairs, bed, dresser, a couple of folding chairs, and a futon couch. But this has been home for 10 years. So I'm really not a homeless person because I have shelter. Is there electricity inside? Are there any lights? No, I have oil, lamp, and candles. I just basically deal with the basics. There are a few people down at the south end primarily who are tap power of it. Always felt as though that would be when do you, not that you need to, but when do you get to watch television? Do you ever watch television? No, no, that's probably the first healthy thing that you're doing. can see here, we have tools, shovels, rakes, everything. Everything needed to clean the place up. But getting people to do it is another story. One of the things due out here, the homeless people during the wintertime when there's snowstorms and blizzards, those shovels go out, and I was making during the last blizzard $150 a day, just shoveling cars out of the snow. So there's a way to survive out here. It's just you have to have the strength to get out and do that sort of work, though.
So this is the new cement park they got at 108 Riverside Skate Park. It's cool, they named it Andy Kessler Skate Park. Andy Kessler, rest in peace. You know Andy Kessler, if you're not familiar with him, is a Upper West Side legend. He passed away out in Montauk. He built the original park that was here, and I have some video from up there. I'll show you. Right before they did demolition, it was closed for a while. This is where they shot the famous scene in The Warriors, the movie The Warriors, 1979 film. It's cool this place is still here, holding on. Famous spot. There's plenty of YouTube videos of real like movie dorks talking about that scene. Like I said, I'm gonna be going on some side quests. You know, you can't not walk past here without taking a look. Gotta take a look. See what's going on down here.
Explain to me where I am. You are at the grill. This is my dining area where I prepare all of my food and basically wash and everything. How do you wash? Where's air? Two buckets. You see here on top of the milk crate. I basically boil my water, heat them. I have lots of, you collect the water from where? The gas station up at 96th Street. All the bathrooms up in the park. We had a water line down here years ago, around 85th Street on the east wall, but Amtrak shut it off for me. So you bring the water from the outside, you bring it down here and boil the water. You use that for cooking, for washing, etc.
Out here on the West Side Highway, got the Intrepid over there. Check this out. Yeah, I'm only at like 42nd Street right now. I'm getting pretty exhausted. Freaking made it. We made it. I'm exhausted downtown. These cars are on my ass right now. Oh man, I'm almost there. All the bootleggers are like, I've never seen so many, like it just like gets crazier and crazier. Like with the bootleggers, it's always been like that, but it's like, I don't think it's ever been like this. What I find that's interesting with the all these bootleggers, they seem to all be like on the same page as far as, like they go away at a certain time. Like how do they know what time to I did this all in one shot. 215th Street I started at. Now I'm down here at the Brooklyn Banks and the Brooklyn Bridge, so the top of Manhattan to the bottom of Manhattan. I mean, I do it all the time, but I never really tried to stay on schedule. Let's see how this goes over here, see if anybody's skating. So there was a skateboard video that came out in 1985. It's called Future Primitive by Powell Peralta Skateboards. Sev TDT had a ton of tags in the background. That's 1985. It's just 2025. Sev has still got tags in the Brooklyn Banks. I'm gonna pull some screen grabs from the Future Primitive video with some Sev tags in the background. 2025, 1985. The Banks has been closed for a long time, over 10 years. Like Miss 17 is locked out. Sev, this is some classic graffiti. It's just like history continuing.